Houston, Texas. Welcome back. Before we get started with the episode, I want to say a couple of things. Y'all have anything y'all want to say before we start the episode off?
I want to say thank you for having me.
Okay.
I'm excited to be here.
Okay.
Excited to hear what you think of that EP.
Okay. Kay, second time to the show.
Hello, what's good? We on the What's Next podcast. Let's get
I'm not like that. Yeah. A couple of shouts out in order. This is episode number 19. So shout out to my lodge, Kings Israel number 19, AF and AM. I love y'all, man, for all the support that you've given me in the last couple of days. Houston, Texas, I want to say a couple of shouts out. I want to say a shout out to Corey and Crystal, Corey and Crystal Bright. I want to say a shout out to who else? My wife and I. I want to say a shout out to I had another person I wanted to shout out to. Oh, okay. Jairus and Jessica Smith, man. All of you all are my thoughts and prayers. We're in the same ship. Rest in peace to my son. I love you. Houston, Texas. Let's get started with the episode.
Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." Dear John, the iconic legend Quincy Jones said, "To know where you came from makes it easier for you to get where you're going." Sean Diddy Combs said, "Everyone has challenges and lessons to learn. We wouldn't be who we are without them." If 2018 and the last 6 years taught you something, it's that anything is attainable with the right focus and determination. Continue to build. Continue to promote your vision. Continue to inspire creativity and make more creatives. In closing, Nas said, "No idea is original. There's nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. The first chapter of your vision's movements is done. However, you're still a visionary. Peace and blessings. John Ross."
Yo, it feel like 95, Sachi on my body, Biggie, Jigger, Puffy, all that ballin' is a hobby, and I'm wildin' in my
Welcome back to episode number 19 of the What's Next podcast, a production of Still Visionary Inc. My name is John Ross Dike II, and before we get started off with the episode, ladies, I want to introduce our social media handles.
Yay.
So we can just get it out the way and get with the shits. Houston, Texas, you can follow me on Instagram and IG on Instagram and Twitter at John Ross Dike and still_visionary. Connect with me on LinkedIn, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, and visit my website at stillvisionary.com.
Hey, it's Damaria.
Okay.
That R&B chick, you know what I'm saying?
Yup.
My social media is at Damaria. It's spelled Damaria official together. No, not together, just Damaria official. And then that's my handle for Instagram and Twitter. And if you go to my Instagram and go to my bio, that's my official website, and it's www.damariaofficial.com.
Okay.
Oh, it's my turn.
Go ahead.
So you can follow me on IG and Twitter at _SIRJAMONET. Sir Ja Monét. That's it.
Okay, listen. It's summertime. Make sure that you holler at me. I'm your t-shirt guy. Print t-shirts. Stillvisionary.com and _stillvisionary on Instagram and Twitter, or still_visionary. Sorry. Listen. Episode 14, K. Okay. You said that this lady in the middle right here is the next R&B powerhouse from this city of Houston, Texas.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Damaria.
Damaria.
Listen, I'm not going to ask you to sing right now.
Okay.
But you're going to have to sing sometime on this podcast.
To be able to make sure that I meet such a title that
Well,
my lovely little sister has placed upon me.
This is why I say that, because you're independent.
I am.
Okay.
Fully.
And people at this level right here, independency is a hard level to be at. To get to the next level, to get to local, to get to where people in the city know who you are, right? And if I'm L.A. Reid, right, and I come up to you, or if let's just say I'm Diddy. I prefer to be Diddy. If I'm Diddy, and I come up to you and you say I'm a singer, Diddy or John Ross, I'm trying to get on, and I ask you to sing, I would want you to sing the song that you know for sure is going to get you signed, okay? You don't have to do it right now.
Would it be my song or would it be any song?
You could be any song.
Oh,
when I used to manage,
Lord Jesus.
when I used to manage, it would be any song because that's the song that people know. Like, your song people don't know, or me as an executive, I wouldn't know. So I don't want you to sing your song because I'm gonna look at you like, what is that? I want you to sing a song that is a hit record, right? And you just know you sing this song. This is your go-to song. Like I'm an actor, so I used to do monologues, and I used to do that not DMX, but
you have to have a go-to monologue.
I had a go-to monologue.
Yeah,
I used to do a Denzel Washington monologue, and that would be my go-to anytime I knew I was in front of people that I needed to impress.
Wow.
Okay, so you said a couple of things in episode 14, K, and I want to get to it. First of all, you said that she's the next R&B powerhouse from Houston, and then you said you put the relationship before the transaction. Before we get into D, I want to talk to you about that because I was so caught up in your conversation, and a lot of people have commented and complimented me on that episode because they thought Purpose was great. I want to talk about what you meant by you put the friendship before the transaction.
I think this world is just like, we're just built in a society of a box.
Okay.
That you don't really just get to know the person sitting next to you or the person in front of you or the person, you know what I'm saying? You just really don't get to do that. And when you're a creative, your art is your baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard to express that and share that with other people because it's hard to explain your vision to people who don't get it.
Okay.
So with that being said, like, I hang out with her.
Okay.
I literally will drive. We stay on opposite sides of town.
Okay.
And we literally connect all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk to her through the week.
Okay.
You know, like, I talk to like, hey, how are you? Because a lot of people don't ask you how you doing today. That's rare. Like, they always ask you, hey, I need this, or I need that, or I need this. It's like, okay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not good, but you don't give a fuck anyway. You know what I'm saying? So,
no doubt.
I feel like we're, as people and humans, we're built on relationships. And that's what keeps us evolving together and growing together and being really impactful. Okay. So I just like relationships. Like, that's just my zodiac too, because I'm a Libra. Like, I like partnerships. Okay. I just don't like to be just independent doing shit by myself. I like to, like, if I'm growing, I want somebody else to grow with me.
Yeah. Listen, you told me about this girl in episode 14, and you know, I'm an independent artist as well. So anytime people come to me about projects, I'm always quick to listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm always quick to listen. I give it at least 2 listens. If it's not hidden, then you know it's a reason why it's not hidden, right? You give me this project, and I want to look into the camera, man. Listen, this project that I don't believe on swearing on my platform, but this motherfucking project here, okay, is like none other to me. Okay, and everybody, and I'm gonna tell you this, Houston, Texas, I ain't getting no kind of checks to promote you at all. I promise you. I ain't getting no. Kenedi didn't. She ain't slide me after the episode and the end credit. She ain't slide me no money and be like, "Hey, John, I need you to, send this to 100 people. Let me know what they say." I'm strictly coming at you from somebody who's from the ground up as well. I'm coming at you as a fan. This Love Overdose EP just took me somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And it's 5 tracks, so we're gonna get to all 5 tracks on this episode, right? It ain't gonna be no time restriction on this episode. We're gonna get to all 5 tracks. We're gonna play them here on the episode, and I want to talk about your experiences when you were writing, what you were going through, and everything, right? So let's start off. Are you from the city?
I am.
Okay.
I'm from Houston, from the north side.
Okay, get closer.
I'm from the north side.
Okay.
I was born and raised over there. I still stay on the north side.
Okay.
Don't know if I ever stop living on. As long as I'm living in Houston, I'm gonna stay on the north side.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a rep for that.
Okay. What high school you go to?
I did not go to school on the north side though. I went to Nimitz High School, which is in the Humble area.
Okay.
Nimitz High School.
Yeah. Okay, that's north side. That's north side.
Is that the north side? Humble is
Humble?
not north.
It's 59 North. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't South. I'm from the Southwest, and I went to school on the North Side.
But I guess I don't consider it really North Houston because it's Humble. That's not Houston.
It's not. It's not Houston, but it's still the North Side. It's not Mo City. It's not Sugarland. It's still the North Side. Go ahead. You went to Nimitz. What's up? Okay.
So I went to Nimitz,
right.
and I graduated from there.
Okay.
And then I went to college at Prairie View.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
PV.
What year you come out?
I graduated a year early, so I was done in December 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, man. Okay. Keep going. Keep talking to us about you. This is about you. Okay.
So, I mean, I grew up on the North Side, went to college. When I got to college, I mean, to be honest, I didn't really want to go to college. I was really smart. So, I mean, it wasn't like, okay, I'm a struggle. That's why I don't want to go. I just didn't want to waste time there because I knew what I wanted to do, which was music. So, I was forced to go. And so I chose PV because I got a scholarship.
Okay.
So I didn't really have to pay much.
Okay.
But the little bit I did have to pay, they're hounding me for it. So.
Yeah,
but
like they
do.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay it, so now it's all taxes on top of it. Anyway, but that's why I didn't want to go. But I went to college, and it turned out to be pretty good because I made like really good friends there, and that's where I like started to establish friends that were also doing music.
Okay.
So I started to learn like how to do it on your own. Like that's where I learned how to make music on my own.
Okay.
Because I always thought, okay, you have to go to the studio, but then a lot of my friends had their own studio equipment. You know, they had their MacBooks and they had their own microphones and they were just making it happen. So that's when I was like, okay, I need to do the same thing. Okay. So it was good that I was in college because I was also getting refund checks. Okay. You know, those save your life.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. For sure.
You shop, and then you get to eat, of course, and then pay for your books. And then I bought studio equipment with mine, you know. So, that's pretty much what college was. It was a lot of networking, making friends. Graduated with a 3.8, but doesn't really matter.
Well, that means a lot. You smart.
Magna cum laude, you know.
Okay. But, what was your major?
Communications.
Okay.
So I did an internship at ABC 13, which was really, I learned a lot there.
Okay.
But it was just me kind of wasting time until I got a chance to do music.
No, I wasn't wasting time. This is why. So were you singing at PV?
I was in a group. Okay. At PV. So it was me and my sister and one of our friends. His name is Randall. He passed away. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace
Randy.
to him.
I love you.
Yeah.
But we were in a group. So we did like every time there was a talent show on campus, we would do it.
Okay.
We used to go do auditions for X Factor.
Okay.
For American Idol. We did all of that together.
Okay.
But I was with them. And then when I graduated, that's when I was like, okay, I really want to start doing solo music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I believe that creativity comes from experiences.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, it's very seldom for me that I'm around people that lift up. I'm around people that lift up people all the time, right? Because if I'm not, then I'm in the wrong crowd.
Right.
Right. But Kenedi and I have a relationship from the high school I teach at, right?
Heard.
Okay. And she said that if you want to get to know who she is in a nutshell, then you'll follow the two most important people to her, and that's truly Prairie, and the other person was you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I want to. She said that y'all did a podcast before, and y'all kind of no. She did a podcast, and she kind of interviewed you. Mm-hmm. What is it about Kenedi that you kind of like decided that, you know what, this is a girl I want to stay close to, if not for the next few years, but forever?
That's a great question. I've never answered this question before.
Okay, because you know what? Yeah, because you know what? I don't want to waste time. I want to get right into it. Go ahead. Let's go. Let's get it.
Shoot, how long ago was that? It always feels like it's longer ago than it is. Mm-hmm. Like when we first started getting really close, when people would ask like how long y'all knew each other, I've been like, oh, it's only been 2 years, and she'd be like, no, it's only been like 6 months. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But it feels like I don't know, we just got comfortable around each other really quick. But how we met is she was doing her own podcast at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like just finishing up this album, like just finishing it
Love
up.
Overdxse.
Yeah, Love Overdxse. Okay. So I was like, okay, I need to send this everywhere, like to anybody who will listen.
Okay.
So I would get on social media, and if it was a magazine, local radio station, online radio, podcast, whatever, I was sending my stuff.
Okay.
So I don't remember how I came across her Instagram page, but it popped up when I was searching for, media outlets.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, this looks legit. Let me send my stuff into them. And then she hit me back. I think it was, I don't know how long it was. It didn't take much time. And she was like, okay, I want to interview you, because I like the music.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect. Like, I didn't know I could tell it was like a startup podcast, but it looked legit. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I went over and I met her downtown. And we did the podcast, and it's funny because that podcast never even ended up coming out, but it doesn't matter because the whole purpose of it was for us to meet. That was the whole purpose of the universe bringing us together. So we did that interview, and we just she got a chance to know me as an artist. She asked me a lot of really, really good questions, and I just liked how she was running what she was doing at the time. I could tell she was organized, and I can tell that she was passionate about what she was doing. And then what made me latch onto her is that she really believed in what I was doing. Yeah. Is because I didn't really have anybody in my circle at the time who was like, oh, your shit is really hard. Like, you can really make it, just really encouraging me on the level that she was at the time. So,
I hate that. And I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
I hate that
fine.
because, I was listening to SXM radio, and I don't know if you know who Lou Got Cash is.
I don't think so.
He's he's a New York rapper, right? But a DJ decided that he wanted to work with him because of how hard his friends were going for him. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that people understand how difficult it is to, first of all, be a creative in Houston, Texas.
Right.
But then say, listen, to come out that shell and say, I'm rapping now, or I'm singing.
Right.
Tell me what you think about my music.
Right.
We so busy listening to the big names.
Right.
That people next to us are doing the same thing, and we just don't give them the time of the day. So, like I said, when she said that about you, I said to myself, she said it about you. I took that, I internalized it.
Yeah.
Then I listened to your LP, your EP. I'm sorry, your EP. I listened to your EP, and I listened to it the first time. Right, it just played through, and you listening to it for the first time. It plays through, and it really didn't stick. I played it again, and it stuck. Okay, so creativity comes from experiences. We played questions on episode number 14 as just a random track we played on there. Talk to us about that. Take us through the start from writing it, the beat, the production. Was it independently done? Did you go to a studio? How did you produce Questions?
Okay, Questions was probably the last song I wrote for this album. It definitely was.
Okay.
Okay. So Questions was about real life shit.
Okay.
If you read the lyrics, you'll hear me say things like, of course, asking a lot of questions. And then, in the second verse, I'll be like, why you can't commit? Why you full of shit? Yeah. Then I say, how I'm not the one when I put 7 years in this. Yeah.
And were you actually in a 7-year relationship?
I was.
Okay.
And so, and it's, and me saying how I'm not the one is me saying why, how could I not get a ring? After all this time.
7 years is a long time.
It's a very long time. You know what I'm saying? It's a very long time. So, and so it's crazy because when I first wrote that song, I didn't really expect to put it out. It was just me venting. Okay. But then when it all came together and I finished everything, I'm like, I have to put it out because it wouldn't be art if I kept it to myself, you know? So I just put it out. But yeah, it's a real life story. And I like that it was not really a happy thing. It was a fucked up thing, essentially, because I was very upset and frustrated when I wrote that song. Okay. But the beat is hard. The beat kind of make you want to dance a little bit.
Who made the beat?
That's my homie DJ Chrome.
Okay.
I think he goes by Soulful 808s now, and his son helps him a lot with his beats too, Lil Rico. Okay. So shout out to them. They're dope. Okay. They have a lot of work on my upcoming EP too. Okay. So they did that one. Okay. So yeah.
So listen, you being a guest on the show, I want to give you this option. Do you want to play the video on this episode, or do you want to play the track?
I want to play the video. Okay. There's a visual. Give them the whole experience.
Okay. Houston, Texas, man. Listen. This is episode number 19, Love Overdose, okay? And we'll talk about why you put the X there instead of the O in a second. Mm-hmm. But we're going to watch Questions, the video. I've seen it already. I loved it. This episode, did you produce this visual? You said you produced it. You said you're a visual person in y'all team, right?
Yeah, creative.
Yeah. Did you do the video concept?
Yeah.
Okay, we about to get ready to watch Questions. You're listening and watching episode number 19 of What's Next podcast. Peace and blessings.
Bro, I don't know what to do. This nigga always got some excuse. He always got somewhere to go. He always on the phone. He don't never answer my text messages. This shit don't feel right no more.
He wasn't shit last year. He wasn't shit last month. You definitely should today. So, you gonna have it. You know what you need to do. Yeah. Hello? Yeah, I called you. Let me ask you something real quick.
Hey, why you trippin'? Why you actin' like this? Hey, yo, why you trippin'? Why you actin' like this? Ooh, why you trippin'? Why you trippin'? Why you trippin'? Hey, why you trippin'? Why you actin' like this? Hey,
tell me where you been, coming in all late. Why you never call when you say you on the way? I see the makeup stains. Why you playing games? Maybe cause you know that the love it ain't the same. That's okay. But why you trying to claim that you gon' change? Saying that you love me and I put my bags away. You know I love you, but I can't be no fool. Did everything you asked me to, but that's not enough for you. So no, we gon' have to let this go. If you can't tell me what I need to know, boy, I'm about to walk on out the door. So tell me, can you tell me what I need to know? Cause I got questions. Why you gotta lie? Why you waste my time? How you say you love me, but you always make me cry. Tell me why you can't commit, why you full of shit, and how I ain't the one when I put 7 years in this. And that's okay, cause I'm the one that let it be this way. I should've left your ass when you ain't had shit to your name. You know I love you, but I can't be no fool. Boy, I gave my all to you, and I still can't get half of you. So no, we gon' have to let this go. If you can tell me what I need to know, boy, I'm about to walk on out the door. So tell me, can you tell me what I need to know? Cause I got questions. I got some questions. I got some questions.
Round of applause for that, Houston, Texas. That was questions. Listen, okay, that's 1 out of 5. Okay, we got a long way to go. So I'm listening to your album, right? And the reason why I say, and I want you to sing on here, is because I had a lot of mixed reviews, right? From the people that I gave it to, and it's okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you need that type of criticism to be able to propel you to the next level. It's okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people said it didn't sound professional.
Okay.
And again, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? In no way, in no fashion, no way or form did their opinions alter how I felt about your EP. I want you to understand that, because if your EP wasn't hot, to me,
I know you would not be.
Then you wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't be seated.
Yes, I believe it.
I'm just gonna keep it 100, because I listen. All I've ever dealt with is independency.
Right.
Okay, and this is the first episode where I get to sit down one-on-one with the artist, and they tell us exactly, pound for pound, line for line, track for track, experience for experience, why it is they wrote this track this way.
Yeah.
Right. My man Trey Rogers, shout out to him. He had a single, and I want y'all to work together sometime. I'm gonna connect y'all so y'all can work together too. Okay. He's an MC. I went to college with him too. He used to play ball. He did the episode 6, but we didn't get the exclusive. Okay. This ain't an exclusive because the album's old, but you're going to tell us about the new album later on.
That's an exclusive. This is the first time I'm talking about it publicly.
No
so
doubt.
That's an exclusive.
No doubt. So take us to Damn Pride.
Wow, Damn Pride.
You know, a lot of times on my social media, especially Twitter, you know, I loved it when it first came out because it was random, right? Yes. And I do things where I do a countdown on there. I also like when I was watching Ray Donovan, I watch a lot of episodes, TV and stuff. I put the track that I'm, you know, currently doing. You had a lyric on that, and let me find it. Just tell us about Damn Pride right quick. Just tell us about Damn Pride.
Damn Pride is one of the earlier tracks.
Okay.
One of the songs that like sculpted what I was going to name the EP.
Okay.
I wrote that. I started writing it a while ago, like years ago.
Okay.
And it was about someone that I was talking to at the time.
Okay.
And I was just kind of like, I would like to initiate getting to know this person, but I'm prideful.
Yes.
And this person already has plenty of women who's interested in him. So I'm not going to pursue that because I'm not about to get turned down.
Yeah.
But he can pursue me. You know, he can reach out to me type of thing. So I'm just like, how do I deal with these emotions of wanting someone, but being too prideful to let them know how you feel?
Okay.
So, and I always have those situations in my life. I'm a very prideful person.
Okay.
I always feel like I should be the one that's approached.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm going to do my job as far as letting you know how I feel so that you can be comfortable approaching me. But I don't like to feel obligated to make the move all the time or to, you know, whatever. So I wrote that basically just about wanting somebody that you're not going to go out of your way to get. If that makes any sense.
On June the 3rd, 2019,
Oh, Lord.
I tweeted, now playing Damn Pride. Before that, I tweeted that temporary loving ain't enough.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of the key lines.
Listen, I'm telling you, you got a fan in me.
Yay.
Okay, and I ain't one of these people talking like apple pie trash, and I ain't never had apple pie.
Right.
I'm one of these people talking that I hadn't heard the EP front to back. And I'm just rocking with it. So, Damn Pride, we ain't got no visual for that one, do we?
Well, there's a long story for that visual. I don't know.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You want to talk about it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Damn Pride was supposed to be the second video release.
Okay.
Never Find Another was the first single. That one has a visual.
Okay.
So y'all have to check that out. But the second video was supposed to be Damn Pride.
Okay.
We did shoot a video for it.
Okay.
Spent a good amount of money on that video shoot, actually. It was amazing.
Okay.
What happened is we allowed a young lady not a young lady, she was older than us, so a woman, to work with us because she found us on social media. And she was like, oh, I love your music. You know, I definitely want to be a part of helping you with your video shoot.
Did you pay?
Hell no.
Okay.
Can I cuss?
Oh, yeah. I don't care.
Fuck no. She did not get paid. We were not looking to pay anyone to help us with creative ideas. Like, we work together with creativity.
No doubt.
She knows what I like. So that's why I gave her the title of creative director. Because she'll take what I like or my ideas and then kind of take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So I didn't need anybody to help us do anything. But I love women empowerment, women working together. If you're a woman in film, come to my set. I don't mind.
Yeah.
So she came kind of like a part of our creative team, if you will, but wasn't really contributing anything creative-wise. She wanted to be a director. So she was like wanting to be more of the person who was telling people,
sit down and
you
point,
do this, not necessarily contributing ideas. So long story short, she was in communication with us for about a month maybe before the shoot, you know, supposedly helping us with ideas, but more so just listening in on our conversation.
Yeah.
And she came to the set, very excited about it. When she showed up, she had a clapperboard, like going the whole director mode. And mind you, I never appointed her director. She appointed herself director. Yeah. But for me, I'm like, she's just excited. You know, she just wants to get the experience. Like, I don't really care, you know, whatever. Me and her paid for the video shoot.
Okay.
Paid the director, paid the videographer.
Okay.
I'm not the director. We didn't have one. Videographer.
Okay.
We paid him. We paid the extra. We paid for everything.
Okay.
So, you know, she was just a volunteer on set. Yeah. The video got shot, came out great. Long story short, it's really, really a long story, so that's why I'm trying to summarize it. Yeah. But she was, the whole time that we worked with this woman, she was very anal, very difficult to work with. If I said, okay, well, I think for this scene that we should do this, that's not going to work. Like, always shooting down my ideas.
But never had one.
But never had one. That's not going to work. But never, you know. So, and my thing is, like, it's my shoot. How are you going to tell me what I can't do in my video? And I don't even know you. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, whatever. You know, like, I'm not going to care what you're telling me I can't do because it's my video. Okay. You know, so I'm just pushing all of the little petty things she's doing to the side, not thinking it's going to be a big deal. Yeah. But it did turn out to be a big deal. Yeah. Because when the video came out, it wasn't edited the way that she thought it should be edited. So as a result, this woman, because she's older than us, I keep calling her young, she's not. She has a little experience with going to law school, so she knows a little bit about copyright. She, out of being vengeful and spiteful. Copyrighted my video. Contacted YouTube that she owned it,
and they
snatched it. So I have not been able to share. It was up, mind you, it was up for about 2 months before YouTube took it down. It hit 5,000 views. I had like almost 100 comments, and then they snatched it.
She copyright you. Did you copyright the song?
I did, but she copyrighted the video.
The video,
yes.
Okay.
So, claiming that she did the treatment, which she did not. The treatment was done before we even met her.
So she beat you to that.
Beat me to it. Okay. Absolutely. So once that happened, there was nothing that we could do unless we sued her. Okay. And if you know anything about suing somebody, it takes a lot of money and it's very expensive, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I haven't been able to share that video, even though it's my personal favorite to date. You know, it's been, I cried a lot of tears over that. Yeah. You know, it was very painful.
Damn pride.
It was very painful experience for me. And I think I'm really honestly just now starting to get over that. Yeah. You know, and letting it go and just being like, okay, learning lesson type of thing. But yeah, it was fucked up.
Okay, you had something to say about damn pride. What was your experience with it?
It was terrible for both of us. Like we both were sick the whole time. Like
sick,
like literally physically and mentally sick the whole time for no reason. Yeah. And at the time, we have to mention this. We weren't as close right now. Okay. I mean, during that time when we shot Damn Pride, we weren't as close then as we are now. So she would call her and this crazy ass woman would have conversations without me. And she wouldn't tell me, hey, you know, she's saying this and she's saying that because we weren't that close yet. It wasn't that long after we met. Yeah. So this girl would call her and be like, you know, I think Damaria is doing this. I think she's just using you, you know, saying all kind of evil ass. Trying to pit us against each other when we're just meeting. She doesn't know to really trust me or to know that this girl is crazy. So she's internalizing that. And without me even knowing it was straining our relationship because she wasn't saying shit to me about anything. You know, she was going to her. And she's a lot younger than us because Kenedi's 23. Mm-hmm. So, you know, this girl's in her 30s and I'm not even in my 30s yet. So she's being the older person and looking down saying, how can I manipulate this situation so that it goes in my favor? And that's pretty much what she did. Yeah. And, you know, she was really sick during that time because she was stressing her out. She had her on the phone until like 4 or 5 in the morning trying to change the treatment that I created. You know, like all of this happening without my knowledge. So it was just a bad time for both of us. Okay. And she doesn't really like to talk about it because it was a very fucked up time.
But you like the track though, okay?
Yeah, like honestly, like it's still like it's
delicate.
Tough, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying, like you try to come and break up a relationship that I established, and then you also kind of try to, you know what I'm saying, disrupt someone else's life, and then that's on me, and it's a reflection on me. And the thing about it is my character is always good, so even if you try to use my name, people are not going to believe it because of how I established myself as an individual. Yeah. But aside from the dirty fucking game that happened, you know, like our relationship is better. Yeah. It's way better. Yeah. Like that shit is crazy. Yeah. But Damn Pride, like when I first heard Damn Pride, like I seen stadium. Like I seen lights, I seen, you know what I'm saying? I seen arena, like a sold out arena. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Like it almost brings me to tears because it's like you could feel I saw every wake motion of how this song would be performed. Yeah. So it's like,
you know what? Listen, Houston, Texas, I gotta let y'all know this, man. I can see the tears in Kay's eyes, man. You gotta understand. You gotta understand how delicate as artists we are. You gotta understand what it is to fully put yourself into somebody else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, D, you could, oh, God, you just don't understand. I'm telling you. I remember when I music managed, and before we're going to get into Damn Pride in a second, I remember when I was managing and I had this artist that I was dealing with. Everybody that I introduced her to loved her. From the first time she sang, everybody loved her. And it was to the point where every other artist I dealt with after was compared to her, male or female. And I just was like, yo, if you just stick with me, we can get you to the point where you can move to this city and be, you know, a local here. You know what I'm saying? You could be something here. And I just couldn't get her to bite. You know what I'm saying? She hollers at me again and she's like, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Just all I want to do is sing. You just run the show. All I want to do is sing. I got in the car and drove to Beaumont that same day. On the way calling, she ain't answer. I got to Beaumont, did not answer the phone. So I understand how difficult it can be when people mess around with your stuff, your baby. Listen, Houston, Texas, man. We're going to get into Damn Pride right now. You're now watching and listening episode number 19, Love Overdose. Peace and blessings.
Been a minute since we kicked it. Something about you got me timid, 'cause you ain't gotta work hard to get your women. I see you keep it low, stay single, switching out a few hoes. Do your thing, no, I ain't mad at all. I just think that you deserve more. I don't know what you've been through, but I've been thinking I can help you mend it. And on some real shit, need a queen that you can build with. Let me show you what you're missing. You're missing out. You need to give it up. That temporary loving ain't enough. You need someone to hold it down for you. You need a real one that's gonna ride for you. Boy, I just trying to put you on it, boy. So don't you waste my time. If you want it, gotta show me, boy. If you want to be mine, you're running out of time, out of time, running out of time. I can't even lie. Woke up with it on my mind. Thought all I needed was one night, but now I'm thinking about you every night. Like, damn boy, you got me open. Don't know where this thing is going, but I'm hoping that we'll explore it, 'cause it has potential to be more than what you're used to. Don't mean to pressure you, but I advise that you take a chance and try something new, 'cause they won't love you like I do. So you need to give it up. That temporary loving ain't enough. You need someone to hold it down for you. You need a real one that's gonna ride for you. Boy, I just trying to put you on it, boy. So don't you waste my time. If you want it, gotta show me, boy. If you want to be mine, you're running out of time. You gotta hide, just trying to change your life. I know you feel something real deep inside. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
So while Damn Pride is playing, man, we were talking about, I mentioned before, we played Damn Pride, Love Overdose. Why'd you put the X instead of the O?
Because, good question. Because it just kind of gave me like a, when you think of like being overdose, you think of medication, that's something you could think of. And if you overdose on something like, and you're like, it's like a fatal thing could happen to you. You have like a little X over your eye, you know. They'll put that on the medicine bottles and stuff.
Yeah.
So I felt like, okay, overdose, like X, like done.
Yeah. Okay.
So I felt like that was like a symbolic thing.
So, as a creative, right, and as an artist and as a vocalist, right, how do you come about writing lyrics? Do you have to have a beat, or Do you write? Do you hum the melody to yourself and pin it down? Because I've tried all types of writing. I've tried to write. So I've written a couple of songs.
How were they?
I don't know. I mean, shout out to my sister in Queens, AC. She took my very first song and she put a medley behind it.
Oh,
right?
Nice.
But I wrote a couple of songs throughout the years, and I never really got to produce them because I wasn't the vocal talent.
Right.
So
gotcha.
I got them on stash somewhere. You know, when I get right.
Yeah.
When I get right.
You can. The thing about music is that you can pull it out anytime. Like there's some songs on Love Overdxse that literally was on the shelf for like 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just sitting there. Me, like, I don't even like it that much, and then going back to it and making it better.
Yeah.
And then it became something else.
Yeah. So so what? How do you go about writing? How do you go about writing?
For me, I do prefer to have a beat. I think when I first started songwriting, I was more so doing poetry. Like I was just like, I didn't need a beat, you know, and I wasn't necessarily trying to write a song. I would just write out my feelings, and I wanted it to be more so like a poem. So I'll make sure that it rhymed or there was some type of structure within what I was writing. And I used to journal a lot. Like in college, I used to journal every night. So if I wasn't just journaling my thoughts, I was writing a poem or a song, you know. So I did that at first, but then once I started like making my own music, like on a everyday basis, then I started like kind of needing a beat because now I kind of freestyle what I'm doing. Like I let the beat kind of tell me what I want to sing about. Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. Now, as Houston, Texas, as we're talking now, we're playing. What is it? We said never find another.
Never find another.
Never find another. Talk to us about that. Never find another.
That's a bad bitch anthem.
Okay.
Because I wrote that song when I was just like, I felt like the person I was with was trying me. Like, you acting like you gonna find another bitch like me, and you're not.
Okay.
I'm trying to sit here and tell you.
Okay.
And you know that. But it was just me like kind of just talking my shit one time, like saying like I'm a good person. You know, I don't believe the bullshit. You know, I'm not gonna play these games. You better see what you got or you gonna lose it.
Yeah.
So it's just like me feeling that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. And who produced it?
Never find another. Oh, my friend. I have a friend in the UK. He's in London. His name is Stevie.
Okay.
He found me on Twitter like a while ago, like 3-4 years ago. And he was like, I love your voice. I want to start sending you beats. And that was one of the beats he sent me like a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's hard. Shout out to Stevie.
Yeah. So as it plays, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to, what's the word I'm using? Eludes me right quick. I'm going to fade out.
Okay.
And I'm going to fade into another track. Let's fade into Friday Night.
Hey.
Now listen.
A crowd favorite.
Today is Saturday. Yeah. Today is Saturday, June the 29th, right? If I was a smoker, okay? I don't smoke. If I was a smoker, okay, Friday Night would be my blaze track.
Right.
Talk to us about that one and why was it short? It seems like all the interludes, right? Mm-hmm. It seems like all the interludes that hit are always so short. Why didn't you have like a longer verse? You want to know
the honest to God truth?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. The honest to God truth is the beat was short like that when he sent it to me, right?
Okay.
So
same guy, different guy.
No, this is Chrome, DJ Chrome. He's the same guy who did
Questions.
Okay.
Yes.
So he sent me this beat and it was that short. It was that exact length. And when producers send you beats, like sometimes they'll do that on purpose because they're not going to finish it unless you like it, or it's kind of just like the concept of it, but it sounded like a finished beat. It was just short. So when I finished writing to it, I was like, I don't want to add more. It's perfect the way it is. And I can only speak for myself. When I do snippets and interludes and stuff like that, it's literally because it's perfect the way it is in my mind. Like to add more, it would be to, I don't know, add too much color on the painting, if you will. It'd be too much. Like I just wanted it to be what it was. Okay. Yeah, and everybody loves it. Okay. They love Friday Night.
Okay. Now you only had one rap feature.
One, I know. I made a big deal out of it too.
And listen. Maybe, and I guess now I'm kind of getting my answer from why you chose the rap feature that you chose. Mm-hmm. But I guess at the time you didn't know Truly Preezy then, because my whole thing was this. Okay, I was like, when I listen to music from the standpoint of a consumer, right? and then I try to put on my exec hat. Like, okay, I want to say this: music managing was my first form of creativity before I started acting.
Cool.
Well, I'm sorry, poetry was, then music management was, and then acting became my it thing.
Nice.
And I listened to Think Big. I mean, not thinking. I mean, thinking, not think big. Thinking. And I was saying to myself, well, such and such in the industry would sound better on this, right? And then as a track group, because that's my favorite track on the EP, I was like, nah, it's perfect the way it is. Why did you choose Jamie Hancock to do it?
Me and Jamie have been friends for a while.
Okay.
He was one of the first rappers that I met, local rappers,
okay.
when I first started to do my own music, because a lot of people I went to PV with, and he went to PV, they were artists. Yeah. And so when we graduated, we kind of kept in touch.
Yeah.
And so we would do features with each other, collab, help each other on tracks, because some of us knew how to produce. So we would produce for each other and stuff like that. So he was one of the first ones that I felt like he understood exactly what my sound was. And I understood his sound, like his rap sound. And I felt like we both felt like the way that I sing my R&B style mixed with his H-Town rap feel, it just goes perfectly.
I loved when you're and you know these things ain't like when y'all did that
exactly,
joint. I love when y'all did that joint.
Yeah. So and he likes to sing and he likes to experiment with his vocals, and that's why we work so well together, because he's fearless. Yeah. So we did this our third feature together.
Did you punch in on that track?
What's that? Like
when you sing and then you stop and then they play the beat again. You know how you do the ad libs? Did you punch in on it?
Yeah, I had. I definitely did. I definitely did. Yeah, I did. When
you go from the hook, thinking, and then it's early in the song. You punch in on the verses.
I during heard Jamie's verse. Are you talking about?
No, that's not a punch in. You just layered on that one. I'm talking when you punch in. You'll. So I'm listening to you in the studio, right? And you're singing, and I say stop, and then I want you to come up again, right? So I'll play it. And then when you're singing, I'll press record, and you keep the same melody that when I had you stop, and then you keep the same melody, and then you just add on to it. That's punching in.
Okay, I call that stacking.
Okay, stacking, yeah, same thing.
That's what
so when I say punching, if I would have just be like, all right, yo, and then I would start rapping, and then I'd stop because I want to kind of go hard. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, so
sure.
I thought you punched in on the track.
Sure,
okay, I thought you punched in on the track.
Absolutely.
Look, listen, this is my favorite track on the EP, like I've said. All right, Houston, Texas. I don't even want to look. We've talked about it, but let's play it. I want to play it in silence. You're listening and watching episode number 19 of the What's Next podcast. This is Love Overdose. Peace and blessings.
More than I admit it. You was there when the world turned vicious. Plus your love come with no condition. I can see you in my premonitions. Often hunted by the dress that you was wearing. A lot of women, but there ain't no comparing. I know you can heal a broken man, but only if it worth it. I think you a notch above perfect. Even put in the time to help my purpose. But you know them serpents lurking. Hoes wanna see you beneath the surface. Can't wait too far to stop working. And I support your every move. Got a couple scars from old dude. I pray to God he no fool. Cause my niggas like mechanics. All it take is 1 tool to fix a nigga attitude. They tryna reach our altitude. Let's keep it that way. Watch out for friends with hater traits. Type of hoes that'll eat off your plate, but always late when it's time to say grace. You know them type be two-faced, but I know that you can handle it. Yeah, on your boss shit, I know that you can manage it. Just a little advice from a nigga that wanna be your other half. Weight on your shoulder, but I got your bag. Give me a couple years and we poppin' tags, baby. That's a promise.
I've been thinking about you. Been so long, I've been waiting for you. I'm thinking that it might be time to let you know what's on my mind. You put in all the time, and I've been thinking about if I was your one and only. If I made you my only one, you a star and you know it. I can help you shine brighter, boy. Don't care what they saying, boy. I don't hear that noise. you to let me know if you down. I know if you down. If you ain't ready, then tell me what you came here for. Say you need love, and so why you acting skeptical? Can't keep going down this road if you don't know which way to go. Turn it around and let me go, 'cause I'm good all on my own. But you know I've been thinking about you. Been so long, I've been waiting for you. I'm thinking that it might be time to let you know what's on my mind. You put in all the time, and I've been thinking about if I was your one and only, if I made you my only one, you a star and you know it. I can help you shine brighter, boy. Don't care what they saying, boy. I don't hear that noise. I just want to be yours, and I've been thinking about it lately. I've been thinking about it. Yeah, I've been thinking about you lately. Yeah, I've been thinking about, baby.
Man, round of applause for that record. Oh my God. They clapping, but we have a sound effect for that. Listen, did you already answer why you picked him over Truly Preezy? Did you know Truly Preezy at the time?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I met Preezy a little bit after we met.
Okay.
And
All
he
right. So
was-
that answers it. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Oh man, Jesus Christ. Today is June the 29th, 2019, and we have. Let me check because I want to make sure that I'm absolutely right when I say this. We have 185 days left in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I started
185.
185.
That's not a lot.
So really, this is the halfway point of the year.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. 365 divided by 2. Let me not embarrass myself. 360 divided by 2 would be 180, 175. No. 180. I'm sorry, 180.
Okay.
So yeah, we're pretty much at the halfway point of the year. So
Okay.
With 185 days left in the year, what do you hope to accomplish in 185 days?
Oh God. Woo. With my nigga.
Okay.
Okay, first of all,
Okay.
I want to say that we have a lot planned for the rest of the year.
Okay.
I think this has been the hardest that I've ever worked. This
Okay.
2019 has,
Okay.
with hands down.
Okay.
Every day, consistently putting in work, because for this album, Femme Fatale is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to drop that late July, early August.
Okay.
We are also planning this is exclusives.
Okay, go ahead.
But we're-
Listen, Houston, Texas, this is what we love. Go ahead, say it.
We are planning a Southern tour
Okay.
for the fall.
Okay.
So we're going to be hitting Dallas and New Orleans and
Okay.
Atlanta.
Okay.
And of course Houston.
Okay.
And maybe San Antonio.
Okay.
And performing some new music.
Okay.
I'm taking a few artists with me.
Okay.
And it'll be under our label. We have our own label now.
Okay.
So that's where I
No
release all my
doubt.
music.
No doubt.
So
That's the
yeah.
best way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. If
You know
you're going to
what
be
I'm
independent, you got to do it.
That's the best way
all
to
the
do
way.
it.
100%.
No doubt.
So yeah, my label is going to be hosting the first tour
Okay.
this year, and it's going to be a lot of work. So every day is going into that, the tour and the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you guarantee that an extra person has heard your music every day that you've been that you're creative?
That's a good question. I think for me, I'm not. The weird thing about me is I'm not that artist that's constantly forcing my music in people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you kind of have to be like that, I guess, if you want your following to grow. But I love for people to discover me organically.
Yeah.
I don't like to post on my Instagram every day to go listen to this, go listen to this. Like that's just not me.
Yeah.
So when I'm first dropping music, I might do that for a week or two. But other than that, I'm gonna leave my link in my bio. I might tweet, hey, go watch this video, or drop my, randomly drop a song from my EP on my timeline or something. But I'm not an aggressor with that. So I kind of let it organically happen, and it normally just people every day. I tend to gain a new follower, and I tend to know that I am because SoundCloud has been really good for that. Like every day I get a new follower or somebody's reposting a song from there, and it's like, okay, so people are still finding it, you know? So lately I haven't been pushing it like, you know, probably like, a lot of other artists are pushing their shit.
And I guess this is the only point in this conversation where I'll disagree with you because and I like that the mentality that you have is that you're already big. You're already there.
And I don't think that.
I'm not saying that you have that. I just I get that because for me, I'm under the impression that I have to continuously tell you, listen, this is what I do for you to buy in because not only did in episode 14 with Kay, she said it once, she said it twice, she said it 3 times, right? And in, you know, the episode was maybe about 30 to 40 minutes. But in 30 to 40 minutes, you say it 3 times. Let's just say it's 33 minutes. That's every 11 minutes you've said, hey, she's the one.
Yeah.
Every 11 minutes. And when I think about how much time that people spend on Instagram, on social media, period, if it's not continuously cycled in, I equate that to this because yes, I'll put this episode out on Tuesday. I believe it's the 2nd, July the 2nd. I'll put this episode out on Tuesday, right? And I'll give it a good week. Okay. After that week, if I don't tell you to go watch it, I'm not telling you, I'm talking about the public. If I don't go tell the public, they'll just stop.
Right.
So people need that constant reminder. Hey,
go watch stuff.
Go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. But I respect how every individual artist does that thing.
And it's not, and I feel like for me, it's just because of how I am. Like I know that I probably should every day telling people to do that, but I am so like laid back. Like I'm not a social media.
Back.
I am.
I'm not laid back.
I'm very laid back. I'm not a big social media fan as is, so I'm not even thinking all the time to let me go tell people to go watch my videos and stuff because I'm creating music in my room with my phone face down like this. Like that's just the kind of artist I am.
Okay.
So when I'm releasing music, then I'm in marketing mode. I'm like, okay, let me figure out different ways to get these people to listen to my shit. But when I'm in between like making music and making a new album and a new project, I'm like, that's my zone. I'm in a creative zone. I'm not really thinking about marketing and all the statistical gaining follower stuff, you know. So but at the same time we find spaces to do that. Like today we're having a meeting about marketing for this album. But it's not something I think about every day because I go crazy. I can't think about it every day.
That's kind of my job.
It's kind of exactly. It's kind of like why she's here to help me out with stuff like that.
Do you feel that you have your fan base?
I have a fan base. It's just not where I would like it to be. Which is why marketing and being consistent with releasing music is important. I think while we're on the topic of Love Overdose, I was very indifferent on that EP. You know, there's people that I've met that were like you who like really enjoyed it, which I'm very grateful for. I'm so glad you like it. But then there's people who, like you said, were just like, I'm not, it's cool, you know, like kind of like it's cool. And so, and I was like, I was proud of it, but I know it's not my best work. So it's just kind of like, I'm not even in a space where I'm like, oh, let me remind people to listen to Love Overdose, because it's like, for me, I'm like past that. Like I'm kind of like going to the next chapter. I want to always have it up for people to discover, and not to say that I will never mention it again, but it's like, I'm ready for me to do my better work. Like the work where I'm gonna be like, oh, it's undeniable. Like I can't say Love Overdose is undeniable, because like you said, it's people who say they don't like it. But if I make Femme Fatale, when I release this album, it's gonna be undeniable to me. So even when I do meet somebody who says it's all right, it's not really professional, I'm like, fuck that shit. Like that shit is hard. Like you are hating, you know. And that's the mentality that I need to have as an artist, knowing that people are gonna feel that way, but I gotta know my shit is hard. Like, you know. So
what was the youngest track on Love Overdose? What was the youngest track?
Was Questions.
Okay.
That was the youngest one.
And then what?
And then before that, it was, what else is on there?
Because I didn't think that Thinkin was that young because of the style in which he was rapping.
Before that. Thinkin was right before that, so that was the second youngest.
I didn't think it was that young because of his style on there. That's how they're rapping now. You know what I'm saying?
And he's evolved even more since then. So
Is that his government name?
Jamie Hancock. That's his government.
Okay. Where do I want to go next? Okay. We've talked. You're gonna have a tour. Jesus, I just love this EP.
Thank you so much.
I mean,
that makes me really happy.
Okay, so I think you've warmed up. An hour in, I think you've warmed up, right? And I listen. I want you to understand that I tried to, in doing another podcast, I tried to make the podcast shorter because I understand that there's a likelihood that people are not going to make it this far in this episode. It's okay.
Yeah,
because
it's totally fine.
Because we had some good stuff on here, and I don't think people will be hearing me say this, but we had some good stuff on it, but I didn't want to rush this episode. Yeah. 5 tracks. When I looked at it, 5 tracks, you had about 18 minutes. I knew I wanted to do all the tracks on here, right? But I also wanted to get a feel for who you are as an artist, right? So I just think that I wanted to let you know that I really, really enjoy this LP.
Thank you.
And you know, I'm the type of person that, like I told Narika on episode 12 of my podcast, Taste of New Orleans, now streaming, I told her that whatever I can do from a standpoint of somebody who's not directly involved with your camp, I'll do. If it is, hey, can you pass this out? Or, hey, can you share this? You ain't got to ask no questions. I'm going to do it because I believe in your LP. I just love your LP. When I leave here and I get ready to go see my wife again and I'm gonna play the LP. I just really rock with it, man. You know, I really rock with it. So what do you tell the people that tell you that you can't sing?
That I can't?
Yes. That was less of a question. That was less of a question and more of a that was less of a question and more of you going and singing. Go ahead.
Okay, well, what am I gonna sing? Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, what do
Who's
I
your favorite? Who's your favorite artist?
Oh my God. Well, my favorite artist is Beyonce, but I'm not a fan of covering Beyonce songs because when I hear people cover Beyonce songs, I criticize the fuck out of it. So, I mean, I wouldn't put myself in that position.
And you're what? You're what, an alto?
I'm like an alto, but I can also be a soprano too.
Okay.
Yeah,
you grew up singing in the church?
I did. Okay. I was a soprano too in choir. Okay. And I was in choir in school too. Okay. So I did alto and choir. Yeah. Okay. So I do both.
So if you need to take that mic off the stand, you can go ahead and do that.
You really want me to take it off?
If you gonna sing, yeah, because I don't want you. I want to be able to hear you, and I got the long cord to be able for you to pull it off. Yeah, it's gonna extend.
Oh my God, what do I want to sing?
Okay, whatever. Just what it can be short. It can be a note. It can be whatever. People just gotta hear it. I wanted it at the beginning, but you weren't warmed up, so it's all good now. You're ready and warm. Let's go. Okay, wow. Girl, you know I've been thinking about you. Been so long. Go ahead.
Sing.
Don't be nervous.
I'm not. I'm trying to think of what to sing. I want to pick the right song.
Okay. I
like to. Let's see. Golly.
Somebody current. Somebody a male. You could sing a male song.
Let me look at my phone real quick. Give me a minute.
Okay, give us some.
Because I couldn't have time to think while we was talking because I was answering the questions, you know?
Give us some, Kay. What you got? What you got over there?
What can I say? So what happens is I know what I'm good at, and it's not singing.
Yeah. So talk about the what's the I know I see the marketing on the hat.
Okay. So this is sample merchandise.
Okay.
It's for her upcoming album because we say albums because don't get us twisted. It's EPs, but you got to be in your mindset to have an album because if you're not thinking album mode, then that shit gonna be trash.
Well, but the thing is this too. I would say that an average album, EP, LP now needs not to be more than I'm gonna say 9 to 10 tracks. I mean,
it's
EP,
too much because we're in a streaming, digital streaming. Like people want. So what happens is when people listen to something, if you don't catch them within 2.75, 2.9 seconds, they won't. It's not gonna click. Yeah. And so what's happening is people are putting so much. Yeah. And it's not quality. Yeah. And so it's not depth. It's not concept. And when you come from pioneers, like she, you know what I'm saying, who she listens to, like you come from an Aaliyah background, you come from Janet, you come from B, you come from who else? Tamia, Ashanti. You come from all these people who gave us concepts and you gave us a story. So what our job is to share a story with you, to tell a story, to tell a dream. And that you're able to buy into that dream as well somehow. That it you know what I'm saying? It touches you somehow. Yeah. And what's happening just period, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Not to get on people, but if you give me 45 tracks, This is my problem with people. You give me 45 tracks, I already know I'm not going to expect a concept. 45 fucking tracks, and then people are getting on social media and saying, "Oh, this is the greatest album." I'm not trying to hate on somebody, because it may be to a point where digitally you're thinking, "Oh, I have a song for everyone." But if you have true fans of yourself who's fans of bodies of work, I think most people are not bodies of work people anymore. They're just singles and things like that. And then where's the artistry kind of go from there? So I stand behind people who give bodies of work. And less is more. Because if you can give me a whole concept and I can jam it 10 years from now, that was a hit. Yeah. Because a hit is more than just one thing. Yeah. It's a visually. It's several conversations that you can have.
You can go Sam Cooke, change gonna come.
I can sing.
You hated it.
Officially Missing You, maybe.
Go ahead. Just give us a note or two.
This
is an exclusive, man. This is an exclusive. Go ahead.
I gotta see how this song starts. Okay. All I hear is raindrops falling on the rooftop. Ooh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain, I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you.
You gonna keep going. There you go. That's all I needed to hear. That's all because I know you're gonna keep going.
I was.
Listen. Here what we doing on the What's Next podcast is I bring creatives out, right? I brought Kay out. I'm bringing you out. What is next for you? Go ahead.
Next for me is the album.
Okay.
EP, Femme Fatale.
Okay.
It should be out late July, early August.
Okay.
And then look out for a tour in a city near you if you're in the South.
Okay.
Around October, November.
Okay. So what I like to do on the podcast is I like to bring creatives out and talk to them about their experiences. But the last thing I'll give to you before we wrap the episode off is this exclusive SVI t-shirt. It's made exclusively for the creators that come on.
Thank you.
I know when Kay came on, she wore it, and I knew that she was on the podcast. That's how I let people know that you were on the podcast. It's a t-shirt from my company.
I love it. Thank you.
No doubt.
We'll bring you some merch once we release our line.
No doubt. Coming out. No doubt. Houston, Texas, man. It's our time. Peace and blessings.
Yo, it feel like 95. Sachi on my body. Biggie, jigger, puffy. All that ballin' is a hobby. And I'm wildin' in my wallies. And them valleys, no Pilates. More way, get you more wet. Nah, that's these Spumante. My crystal ball, I see crystal. I crystal y'all with that. I saw the sign like Ace of Spades. That Ace of Spades get cracked me like cheers to the money guys. The Willie niggas who buy them bottles. And then they spill these liquors. Yo, salute my dude. I see you, dawg. 5 bottles, 1 dick. Why I need 2 bras? I know I'm out of line, but love is shower time. You know it rose rain when your cloud is 9. Get off that high ass hussy. This a private party. Been on my dick too long. Your breath on private party. You gon' be nice and naughty. These walls on priceless Audi. This the upper crust. Fuck is up. Over and done. Overdose. Yes, we did it again.